I like these guys. They are funny guys. Just kill one of them.
Whoa, I made it in time.
You're the live you did on Locked Room Instagram was like 2 seconds behind, so I got a great shot up your right nostril as you were ending that.
So
boy!
stupid. I can access it from my phone. I cannot access it from my computer.
That is odd. That is odd. Odd. I'm gonna try doing this with one earbud in. See what happens. Because I feel sometimes I get a little excited and I yell and I'm in my garage and I feel like my neighbors think I'm a fucking lunatic. You know?
Mean, your neighbors probably do think.
I mean, there's that. But can we talk about 3-year-olds and testicles for a minute while we're waiting for Marco to come in?
We can. Well, we're live, so we can talk about whatever you want. Let's get.
That's right. Okay.
Are you running the comment section, right?
I'll run the comments section there. I'm going to say
Jesus.
hello to Kyle there. Hey, Kyle. Watch this. Hey, Kay. There we go. We're just
Hey,
gonna.
I thought of a radical way that I listened to a hockey podcast, by the way, not to take away from your 3-year-olds. Just saying.
Yeah. No. Go ahead.
That I listened to a podcast where they monetize it by like, it's called a. There's like a $2 shout out and a $5 make you holla. And if you send them $2, they'll say thank you and say your name. If you send them $5, they'll read your comment out and you answer your question. And it was pretty ingenious. I was like, oh, all right.
When we get bigger.
Yeah, right.
When we get bigger.
Okay, Mom.
Yeah.
Ask a couple of questions. I'll just take the money.
You are the father of a daughter who was once a toddler.
I'm the grandfather of a grandson who is the son of my daughter. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, but we're talking specifically about little girls, little toddlers.
Right.
We're going through a phase right now where typically I block it, but she's at that height where when she reaches out to hit, it's my nuts, right? It's there. It's just what it is.
She's at nut height.
Yesterday was it last night? Yeah, I think it was last night. I think it was last night. She got upset at me, was angry, and lashed out in anger, and reached to what I assume was just grabbing clothing, but I was just in like these little thin, like basketball style shorts with no underwear on.
Oh my gosh! First of all, that's your first mistake.
It's comfy.
You're in Ranger panties around a toddler with
no, not Ranger panties. They're longer. They're like just above the knee. They're like cotton, like they're kind of like basketball style pants. They got 2 little pockets in them, but they're just they're thin, right? They're thin.
Right.
And they're very comfy.
Mm-hmm.
And she reached out to what I hope and assume was just, I'm going to grab, Dad's freaking clothes and just yank on it because she's pissed at me about something. And she grabbed a hold of my right testicle and twisted. It was a grab, kind of pull, and a twist, like a really good twist. And
like a really good one.
A really good one. To the point where I was concerned afterwards because of the amount of pain. And as I'm playing touchy-feely up there, I thought that I was experiencing some testicular torsion. I thought she wrapped it around at least one good time, and I'm about to lose a nut, and I'm going to have to go to the hospital so they can untangle this.
Okay.
And then today, just before I came down here, she was having a fit. I was talking to my wife, and I was not guarding my nuts, and she reached out and to slap me, and just with a couple fingers made contact with the right. She hates my right testicle, with the right testicle in a grazing manner, but it was hard enough to where you get that instant stomach ache. It's just like that grazing, glancing
Oh
blow.
yeah.
That
And you
isn't a
feel it in your
full contact, but
butthole.
yes, yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
It makes you
You see
sick to your
Jesus
stomach.
for a second, yeah.
Yes.
So I didn't know if you experienced this with your daughter, or if I just have, like Eric said, a miniature Viking warrior in training who is hell bent on not having a sibling or preventing me from having any more offspring. Really?
So I think it's just fair.
Okay, that's cool. That makes me feel better.
I know that there are other kids that have done this.
Yeah.
I'm just not saying it's as common as you'd like to think it might be.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Your daughter is an Irish Italian Viking.
Yeah. Yeah.
God put them on the opposite sides of Europe from each other for a reason,
For a reason.
and
yes.
then put Ireland on an island away from the Vikings, and the Scots screwed that all up. So
Correct.
I mean, two-man show. No, Kyle. We will be joined by
Yeah.
Marco.
Marco
But-
will be here soon.
No, Chuck. Chuck, brother, I hope you're good. He's in Utah.
Why?
I undisclosed family reasons.
Okay.
It's in our chat.
He's Mormon hunting.
Trying to find a second wife.
It's a 4-bag limit out there.
So while Chuck is getting the first addition to his new sister wife harem.
Yes. Good on him.
We're waiting for Marco. You will notice, Matt, I'm on vacation. My hair is completely factory data reset curly.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
bother. I haven't bothered like doing anything to it, or
You look like you have nowhere to be.
no, I have nowhere to be. This is the last week of my vacation. I go back to work next week. I am enjoying every minute of it.
Got to get a haircut and a shave.
Yeah. But we have plenty of stuff to talk about tonight.
We do. I kind of want to wait till Marco gets in so we don't have to like backtrack and
well, so
go
I thought
over things we just
catch
went
up
over
a little bit.
Yeah, let's catch up.
So you have been gone. I have been gone.
Yeah, we've been passing ships in the night. It's been hard to pin all four of us down for a night.
For Chuck and Marco, they have. You know what? They coordinated this. They're not showing up because they're just like, no, screw those guys. We're going to let them do it alone.
Yep, that's fine.
So, yeah, we can't. That's fine.
I can't hate on that. I get it. It's okay.
Essentially, Matt and my schedule and Matt's schedule went cross-eyed around the same time, and so there were things that I had put on the schedule that I couldn't make it to, and then things that Matt subsequently was like, "Oh, I also had something come up."
Yeah,
and we couldn't move the date.
Yeah, and a lot of it on my end, honestly, a lot of it is last minute shift requests for me to work, and I can't turn down money at this point. So I'm like,
and
yeah,
some
I'll
of them
do it.
are on set, like.
Yeah,
working on set is your bread and butter. That's
correct.
That's what keeps the the lights on and
yes,
keeps the world in fine clothes. The set, the kind of concert stuff is just to get between, because Matt's not the kind of guy. There's guys who work in the movie business. They file for unemployment.
Yeah, or go on disability.
Yeah,
a lot of them just go on disability.
And I'm not. If you're disabled, file for disability, but then don't turn around and take a job doing the exact same shit you just filed. Anyway, it's a whole. Sorry.
Anywho,
Matt's the kind of person who goes,
proud to do that.
In between movie gigs, I'm going to go ahead and hoof it a little bit working as a EMT for concerts. I get to see free concerts and deal with drunk, multicultural people.
Yes.
So why not?
Yeah.
It's better than sitting around collecting, unemployment.
It is. Although recently all the cool concerts that I worked that I was like, cool, I'm going to catch this cool concert have been shit shows, and I haven't got to see a lot of the concert because people are dumb.
Yeah.
So there's that.
And then I had a birthday. My birthday's always around the same holiday every year. And with family in town and stuff, it just between my schedule and your schedule, the days just didn't work out. So we are back. We are waiting for Marco. Chuck is out. He was oops, I can't make it this week. He's been out all week. We had to cancel this week's War Stories and postpone it, and which is actually great because you're going to be on that one.
That's correct.
And we're trying to do a better job of scheduling guests where, like, there are shows where you should have been on there, Matt, because there's, a firefighter. Like, there was a recent episode that hasn't aired yet that I would want you to have been on. It would have been the perfect episode to have you there because of the stuff that she has done in fire department, fire service. So
gotcha. Yeah.
We're trying to be more mindful of, like, who's the best person to be on this, right? And then schedule it accordingly. So that's neither here nor there. Our schedules kind of didn't line up and we weren't able to be here. So we are catching up tonight. Speaking of your concert stuff, I want to, I don't know if this could ever be a segment. I don't know if this would happen enough. I thought about starting a YouTube, or not. I posted one thing on my TikTok back when like it first came out, and my daughter was like, "You should do this for the podcast. That's what kids do." I started one for our podcast, and I had one for me, and I put a video up, and it was just me making a joke or whatever. And subsequent to that, as I'm trying not to use social media, so I don't think this could become a segment on social media.
Okay.
But I did post a video where my daughter, because she does this a lot, she'll say, "Dad, what's the thing where," and she gives me, my daughter doesn't think, like I'm beginning to suspect she is one of the people that doesn't have the internal monologue, and she thinks in like form and shape and color and images,
right?
Because she always asks me to name something, and she goes, "Hey, Dad, what's the movie where the guy, the lady's walking down the stairs that you can see through, and the guy's underneath, but it's a shadow, and then they're in the bathroom, and he hangs her, and she's trying to get her shoe on the toilet," and I'm like, "Copycat with Sigourney Weaver?" She said, "Yes, that's it. Thank you." Right? Like,
Jesus.
It's
the fact that you even strung that together.
Right. So that was the idea, was I was going to show. So I did one. I don't even know how I could share. I think I know. Okay. I'm going to try something here. We're living in 2035 now, because I'm going to try I have TikTok. I don't even know if the video still exists. But
it's forever. It's still there.
Oh, there we go. Okay. So I can hear the audio.
Oh boy, we're making progress.
Okay. No. Okay. Damn it. No, it's not there. Okay. Anyway, it was a video of my daughter I said, hold on, because she goes, "Hey, Dad, what's the?" And I said, "Hold on," and I filmed it. And she had described the movie, and then I made a supercut of the trailer showing the things that were in the movie.
Oh, that she's describing.
She was referencing in the film. in a 10-second supercut, and then I went The Fifth Element with Bruce Willis, and she's all, "That's the like it." Okay, so it happened again, and this involves you because, well, I'll tell you in a minute, because I don't want to give too much away. I had I'm in rehearsals for another show, and I had the young assistant music director to the show, whose I guess boyfriend is in the show. They're singing, and she's talking to another actor, and I overhear her say something like, "I think it's Guns N' Roses, but you know what? I bet you Thomas knows. Let's ask him."
Get the old guy.
Right.
Yeah.
And so she says, "I want to know what song this is," and she's flipping through a Guns N' Roses playlist.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, "I think it's a Guns N' Roses song, and it's driving me nuts, and I don't know what it is." And I said, "What does it sound like?" Figuring I got a pretty good shot. If she's an assistant music director, if she can hum a couple bars of this thing,
easy peasy.
I've got this
Nail
in the bag. So ask Shazam my ass. she starts to hum it, and she says, "Well, the guitar goes, da-na-na, 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 da-na." I'm like, "Oh, girl, that is Mission Impossible." Now wait, it's better because she said, "No, it's definitely. I know what Mission Impossible sounds like, and I know what you're saying, but it's definitely not Mission Impossible. It was definitely like a rock guitar, like Guns N' Roses, and it sounded it's dear now, dear now." I'm going, there's something to this, right? And so I just said, "Give me some time," and I kind of threw it in the back of my brain, and we went about our business, right?
Right.
The very next day, you posted something or sent me a message or whatever. I don't remember. I'll get to it in a second because
Okay.
And I went, "Oh, that's son of a bitch." And I knew exactly what fucking song it was. And I sent a message to the group. And I said, "Hey," and I directed it at her and her boyfriend who are in the show. I said, "Is this the song that you're thinking of?" And I sent a link to Spotify to the song. And he texts back like 5 minutes later. He goes, "That is exactly the song she was thinking of. Thank you." And she like types back like an hour later, "Oh my gosh, this was bugging me so bad. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so glad you figured it out." You're welcome. Now, I want to ask you, sir, as a fellow Gen Xer, while you may not possess the same level of musical knowledge, and you don't have the same 12 to 18 hours I had to marinate on it, and you don't know which post I'm referencing, but if someone said to you, and they described the Mission Impossible theme, but said it's definitely played on a rock guitar by a band that I feel like is Guns N' Roses.
Okay.
What would you guess?
Limp Bizkit. Don't they do a thing where they do that little
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Limp Bizkit actually did the Mission Impossible theme, I think, at one point.
Okay, but they have like it's like part of that is in like the middle of part of their song.
So you posted, and I had an epiphany. You, you were the Watson to my Holmes. You were the Leonard to my Sheldon because you gave me the little piece of information that was missing.
Oh, nice.
Come up with the in fact correct answer that I want to play for you now.
Oh, that's not Mission Impossible.
But it like
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Wow.
And
wow. She was thinking not Guns N' Roses. That was
wait a minute. So then I went, okay, she's not even a millennial. She's younger than my daughter. She's like 20. And I thought, wait a minute. I get it. I get why if you don't know shit about not what generation, like not being able to tell Chuck Berry from like BB King or you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I get it. I just thought it was hilarious that I can now describe Creedence Clearwater Revival as Fortunate Son as a Mission Impossible meets Guns N' Roses.
That's amazing.
So I thought maybe we'd like have people send in terrible descriptions of things and see if I can guess what they're talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway. So I feel like Marco might be shining his on.
He is. He 100% is. I don't blame him.
No, it's fine. Let's see.
That's fine. We got this.
But
it's almost
into our topics.
Yeah, it's almost 9 o'clock. Let's just roll it.
I mean, and
by the way,
late if he gets in late, fine. We're grown-ups.
Yeah, John Fogerty still sounds amazing. So I just
that was the post that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
That was why. because you posted about working that concert.
Yeah, 2 hours of just a CCR's greatest hits. Fucking
Right.
amazing. Yeah. So let's let's get into this.
Where do we even start? Diddy is not apparently he's bad, but he's not that bad. Is that how we're classifying?
Everybody was poo-pooing me when they're like, "Well, what do you think's going to happen? What do you think's going to happen?" I go, he's going to get a fucking slap on the wrist and he's probably going to walk.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I said. And they're, no, they got all this stuff. They got all this stuff. I said, yeah, but it's not just him. There's other people in that circle, in that ring, if you will. And if he goes down, a lot of other people are going to have to go down, right? So they're going to, I wish I would have freaking wrote myself a letter and postmarked it or something, or did something on social media, but I'm just not that person. But I was telling people in person, I'm like, no, he's going to fucking walk. He's going to get some time. He's going to get a couple years. Big fucking deal. But he's going to walk on all the big shit. And that's what is happening, because I firmly believe that there's other people involved that are more powerful than him, that don't want to get taken down and know the right things to say to the right people in the right manner, to where this just kind of goes away.
Well, so here is an article from Entertainment News Daily.
Okay.
It says, after the music mogul, who pleaded not guilty to charges of sex trafficking, racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, as well as transportation to engage in prostitution, was found guilty on 2 counts and not guilty on 3 counts, Combs' fellow inmates gave him a standing ovation.
Wow.
Attorney Mark Anifilo, for avoiding potential life in prison charges. They all said, "We never get to see anyone who beats the government." In an interview published July 6, days after Combs was found not guilty. So this begs the question, or there's a, I guess did I send you the video of the guy dissecting? He dissected a quote from Rick and Morty as like if it was like not poetry, but profound, like philosophy.
Right.
And I was like, oh, wait a minute. Pookie Bear.
Speaking of profound.
Hello.
We full disclosure, we had you written off. We were like, you know what? Him and Chuck set this up as a haha. We'll show you guys for leaving you two to do it for a while.
Oh,
and we were like, you know what? Good on you guys. We get it.
I get it, but no, I'm here. I'm late, but I'm here.
Well, then welcome to the locker room. I'm Tom.
I'm Matthew.
And I'm late for dinner.
Yes, he literally didn't do that, actually. So, so we're talking about Diddy.
Oh, Diddy did it?
Diddy apparently he didn't do it. But so essentially the charge he got convicted of is being the guy that gets paid to drive the hooker to the hotel.
Yeah.
We call it a pimp.
Right. Well, if we have a few friends that weren't pimps, they were just bodyguards. They were the driver who would make sure that touchy, right?
I mean, back in the day when I used to bounce at the sports bar, we had a couple of the Vivid chicks come through, and I had to bodyguard them to and from. So I mean, maybe I guess I'm part pimp. Is that what you're saying? Little part pimp.
A little bit. Well, we're talking about the fact that he got a standing ovation from his fellow inmate.
I think he got a standing ovation because the rest of the people that stood up in the class were like, "Yay, we're not going to get taken down with him."
Well, right. So here's the interesting thing. I found this quote, and this is where when you walked in, we said, speaking of great philosophers. This is a clip of a guy dissecting a line from Rick and Morty.
Okay. Oh, man, did you ever get around to Rick and Morty?
I have not got around to Rick and Morty yet.
Okay, well, you should. Just know that I love you. Just know that. Just know
fall
that.
Down a super fun rabbit hole, and you will. You need to make it through season 1, right? I didn't know what I was watching at first.
Yeah, these are facts.
But the longer it's like the longer the show goes, the more the more you get the joke. It's weird.
It's like South Park or like
Yes.
American Dad. It's like, first season you're like, okay, this is just a lot of like slapstick kind of like, going for shit. And then you really settle into it. You're like, okay, this is funny as fuck and smart.
And it's got some deep shit. Anyway, so he dissects a line from Rick and Morty and as if it was like philosophy. And I thought I'd share it with you because of the news story about Diddy getting standing ovation from the inmates who said nobody ever beats the government. We're never going to see anybody beat the government again. Hurrah, right? So here you go.
Great line from Rick and Morty where Rick he says or does something that's honest, controversial, and everyone's booing. And he says, your boos don't mean anything to me. I've seen what you people cheer for. And I tell you, like, I felt that when I heard it. Like, it's a cartoon, but I felt that because I thought, yeah, like what the crap? Like, if you want to conduct the orchestra, you got to turn your back on the audience. Like,
wow,
That's pretty deep.
That's pretty deep. That's
right?
good. That's good. That's good.
And so I realized, like, I even got duped into. I clicked on it, I read it, and I'm like, oh my god, you got a fucking standing ovation. These people are like, yeah, nobody beats the government, and I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. Let's not forget who the fuck was standing up and cheering.
Right.
The
Right.
inmates
Right.
in a federal courthouse prison.
Right.
So, yeah. Anyway,
It doesn't tell you. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, they beat the fucking government. I'm sure that's not the only thing he beat the hell out of.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
no.
But that got thrown out.
Well, so that's the other thing. So, in the same week, the Department of Justice has been busy.
Oh yeah, yeah.
In the
They've-
same
they've-
week that they managed to bungle
Mm.
Diddy's case somehow magically, money, power, wealth. Anyway, miraculously,
Mhm. Here we go.
Epstein's client list and any and all evidence that may have or may not have incriminated him,
Right.
just kind of
Just poofed.
just kind of gone.
Yeah.
Jeff in accounting cleaned out his desk the other day.
Mhm.
Cutbacks from Doge and all.
Mhm,
We had to let
mhm.
Jeff go.
Mhm, mhm.
Unfortunately, Jeff actually unpacked and shredded all of the Epstein files instead of his own work. And so, we've had a stern talking to with him. And if
Right.
he ever tries to get rehired by the government again,
Right.
we
Right.
will certainly remind him of this when we give him his job back.
Right. We'll wag the finger at him really
Right.
badly. The
Come
shit
on,
was.
guys.
Come on. It's just fucking ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? It's like boxes and it wasn't one box. Wasn't one
Well,
box.
I mean, hey, the list was on her desk to review. Pam Bondi stood in front of God and everybody
And
and
I
said,
like
I have the list on
Right,
my
yep,
desk
absolutely.
to review.
Yes.
And then she supposedly passed out a bunch of, binders full of shit to all these Instagram influencers and, to have, so that she passed out a bunch of something that just doesn't exist.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
what's more likely?
Go ahead.
Is it more likely
Mhm.
that we won't release the list because of the amount of espionage intelligence gathering would we have on people for who's on that list, right? We're not like
Okay.
he's like release the list, and somebody,
Right.
no, 'cause you guys fucking if we release the list, we have no blackmail for all these world leaders. We have so much blackmail.
That's 100% what it is.
Or
Not even just world leaders, just
or is
everybody.
are we into lizard people? Is
I
it
think
pedophilia Pizzagate?
I think that list is back exactly where it intended to be, under wraps and being gatekept by somebody for its intended use of blackmailing not only world leaders but our own politicians and the wealthy and blah blah blah.
I think it was the wealthy and the politicians that made the call down. I think it went out the other way. I think they made the call and said, "Hey, you need to bury this because
Oh yeah, because they're all on it.
Yeah,
But see,
we're
that's
not
the
gonna,
thing.
like, yeah, if you put this out, we're not going to fund you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
you know what this implicates? Like, we're backing out of everything. We're not backing you up. We're not going to fund you. You know what I'm saying? Forget your political career,
They all made a
campaign.
deal at Bohemian Grove.
Yes, essentially, yes,
Yeah.
100%. I think that's how it went down. I think
Like-
the powers that be, you know, the ones, you know, the man behind the people behind the
Shame on you
curtain.
guys. If it can be destroyed by the truth, it deserves to be destroyed by the truth. Linus from Peanuts.
Is that who
Yeah.
said that?
Yeah.
I actually don't know. I just saw it on a Peanuts cartoon, and Linus was yelling it, and
There
I
it
was
is.
like, "There it is. It's perfect."
It was
I
on the
mean,
internet. It's true.
It's on Wikipedia, and so that's pretty official. That's good enough for me.
It might be a famous quote, and I just
Yeah,
read it
from
somewhere.
Linus.
So I'll show you right now. This is
But just the lying to us like we're fucking idiots is what pisses me off.
Well,
Come up with a better story.
I think the blatant, just like, we have it, it's here. You know what? We lost it. It's a story. We
Yeah.
don't have it anymore.
No,
it's just
it's
like,
not. There is no list.
No, we
There's
never
no
had
names
it.
on it.
no,
We never
right.
had it.
Yeah. We look, trust
the-
me, our people are on it. We looked through it. You know, what
The
I'm saying?
camera that we swore up and down that was broken
Yep,
actually
Yes.
wasn't broken, and the
it
footage
wasn't broken. Right.
doesn't exist. Actually,
Right.
we have really, really good high def footage that shows it even better. That's 100% not AI. Totally just like
Yeah.
this crazy, really good footage that just popped up. So he definitely killed himself, but there was no list. So then, what's her name should be out of prison, right?
hey,
Just
guys.
Giselle Maxwell should be
I mean,
let free, right?
Should be kicked out.
Because why is she in prison?
guy. So
What's up, man?
apparently, have you heard about the footage they just released? And the image of a door that CNN showed with crime scene tape over it are not the same door.
Oh, really?
Really?
So either CNN posted some shit that wasn't real,
I mean, you know,
Or-
they all be doing that shit. So,
or the video we saw is not the real video.
AI.
I mean, DARPA is working on like the Harry Potter cloak of invisibility. So if you told me that a if you told me a CIA operative put on fucking what's the magic spell, Marco? Is it no spell? You just put it on like the Hobbit?
You just put it on.
Okay, so you
just
put it on,
disappear, yeah,
fucking walk in and Avada Kedavra Epstein's ass into a fucking noose,
that's it.
and then you fucking Quidditch
Poof.
your ass on out of there.
That's it. That's it. You get on your broom, you get the fuck out.
Solemnly swear you're up to no fucking good and kill your ass in Epstein.
That's
and
right.
then- That's how it was done. There's no editing. That was DARPA and the fucking cloak of invisibility. There's some Harry Potter shit. You heard it here first. Breaking news.
You know what the crazy thing is? At the end of the day,
No,
at the-
at this point, I have no idea what the crazy.
It's all
thing is.
crazy.
above everything else, guys, it's gonna work.
Well, of course it is.
As
Everything-
much as we're sitting here talking about it, people will talk about it. Other news outlets will talk about it. You know, a bunch of everyone, comedians, podcasters
Because these are
will
the
make a fucking
same assholes that said 9/11 will never forget, and then fucking promptly forgot.
and then promptly forgot.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing? What's going on? What's happening? It's already trying to be swept under the rug. We still
Yeah.
talking about that? This guy? What about this guy? He's dead. He's
Oh
gone.
yeah, well, fucking Trump said that. He's on tape. Said you saw the video, right? When
Right,
him
he
sitting there,
did.
he was like, Epstein, we're still talking about this creep. We're still wasting time talking about this creep. And it's like, yeah, because literally
'Cause this
more
is major.
squirrels and raccoons have been arrested than
Mhm.
people that are on Epstein's
Yes.
list.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. And it's just, just lets you know. Again, I said it once and I said it again. People at the top, so just fucking frustrating, guys. Just fucking frustrating. It's like
Well, yeah.
they no longer care to fucking hide it. Like, we're just fuck it. We're just doing this. Like,
Yeah.
you know what? Fuck it. Let's
So
just
when I
roll.
want to talk about, I want to circle back at some point, Matt.
Okay.
You and I talked about this because Matt was listening to an episode that he was not a part of.
So 80% of them.
Hey, the last two episodes I haven't been, so we both deserve it. No, it was the one were we were talking about enshrined in the Constitution for due process, right? And so we were running short on time. We never got to finish because
Right.
we were talking about the difference between something that is outlined in the Constitution versus like stare decisis judicial interpretation over the years and arguability and anyway. But I wanted to mention that we need to circle back on that because are you all right? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if my kids are asleep. It's summer.
Oh.
I don't know if my kids are asleep. There's a tablet going on.
We are not going to circle back on that one tonight. We're going to circle back on one that's almost as fun, if not more fun.
Okay.
Similar topic. Did you guys see the mayor of Los Angeles trying to kick ICE agents out of LA?
Mm-hmm. Okay. You're going to play that clip, right?
Well, okay. So, yes. Do you have something? Because I had a specific way I was going to lay this out. Do you guys know where they were at?
No, I don't.
I
saw it in
I
past,
remember.
Didn't really like spend too much time.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember.
So this is where I want to go with
city.
This.
They're in a certain city, and then that's what happened. I don't really know.
So okay, perfect. Because boys, I am really.
Is it good? Is it good?
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to find it. How do I search this stupid reel?
What are you searching?
I'm trying to find how to
Oh, that's you know what? They should do something where you can like find shit after you, because like you scroll on shit and then you're like, oh wait, you close it real quick and you open back and it's like gone forever. Like there's no. I know they know what I looked at. I should be able to see what I looked at.
So
you know,
I have actually came across it accidentally.
I bet you can go on Twitter's, you'll find it real easy.
Where you can. Oh, that's a good idea. But yeah, I've come across it accidentally where it comes up in this thing and it says,
nice.
You know, it says last viewed or watch history. It says watch history of videos. But and I've only came across it by mistake. Like move my phone a certain way and it just popped up and I was like, wow, like how the fuck do I get this? Because how many times have I like put my phone down, picked it back up to finish the video, and then poof, it's gone.
Okay, I think I found it.
All right.
Sorry. Damn it, is that a video?
Why are you lying?
All over damn social media, and I can't find it anywhere. So essentially, Karen Bass, mayor of Los Angeles, told a bunch of cameras there was these ice. I think I found it. Yeah, okay. Here we go. Yes, please. All right. This is all I think. I have, and I think it's the right one. We'll see. I'm sorry.
Is it where she's yelling at the camera?
We're gonna get there because I don't know. I am gonna say.
Mayor Bass, I need to get my phone. We're departing.
Oh yeah, this one. This is it.
Okay. Where's the? Oh, here we go.
I'm gonna say. Mayor Bass, I need to get my phone. We're departing. Okay.
Karen Bass.
Mayor Bass. Any comment, Mayor Bass?
Thank you.
Mayor Bass, any comment?
Yes, my comment is they need to leave, and they need to leave right now. They need to leave because this is unacceptable. I am going to.
Okay, she wouldn't say who she was on the phone with. I suspect it was the city attorney and or possibly the governor saying, "Hey, don't like." It was somebody advising her politically. Hey, you're like you're saying wrong stuff.
I don't know about that because I mean it was the agent's phone. Was that an ICE agent that she gave the phone back to? Because it was his phone. He said, "Hey, I need to get my phone back."
And he might have called like the governor. He might have called. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking like they call someone in the federal level. You know what I'm saying?
He could have called the Secretary of State. I don't know.
Yeah, but, somebody. Yeah.
Did Matt freeze or is he? I think Matt. Oh
no,
he was
I'm
falling
asleep.
asleep. Okay.
No.
Bro, you look like you were frozen.
I was intently listening.
Okay. So I wanted to
and you know where that was in LA?
Raids were, Marco. Tell Marco where the ICE raids were.
That particular video was a few blocks away from McMurder Park. Well, MacArthur
no.
Park.
I'm sorry. Yeah, thank you.
MacArthur
Right.
Park.
McMurder
McMurder Park.
Yeah.
Like they're being gentrified, MacArthur Park.
Oh, dude, you haven't been here for a hot minute. It's right back to '80s McMurder Park. It's a shit.
Is it really?
Oh, dude,
it digressed. I mean, man,
dude,
pretty quick digression.
It's a freaking Skid Row Part 2 around there now.
Lively out there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And
it's
so
spicy.
People posted pictures. Ooh, that's some good alliteration of MS-13 and the gangs and the drugs and stuff in MacArthur Park. And she's like, there were children playing, and then the military came in. And I'm like, lady,
There were no
lady,
children.
There
playing
were
it.
children playing
there
there.
were no children playing in
No.
I'm
Nope.
saying this. So here,
No,
here for
no.
the listeners, because people don't understand LA. This park is famous enough. This is like, it's famous enough for there to be a song about it, number one,
Mhm.
and then a Weird Al parody song about it, right? It is that famous of a park. Okay. It is also famous enough where my mother, when she was very young and dumb, she may have left the bar a little too inebriated for her own good, and she may have worked for the Los Angeles Police Department as a dispatcher at the time, and she may have had 2 officers stop her in said park.
Mm.
Now, this is the early 70s, boys.
Oi.
The officers were like, lady, what are you doing in here?
Yeah. What are you
I-
doing here?
My slightly intoxicated mother in the early 70s, like, I'm feeding the ducks. They're like, lady, you're going to get raped and murdered. Get in your fucking car and leave.
Get out of here.
What is wrong with you?
It did not change much over the years.
It did for a hot second. They went in there and cleaned it up, and they're like, we put swan paddle boats in the lake.
Right, right,
Um,
right.
You know?
And then they got spray painted and vandalized.
Okay, but I will say, remember when they drained Echo Park Lake and they didn't find a single body, and they were like, "Oh shit!"
That was
Yeah.
shocking.
Yep.
That was actually shocking. Hey, we're gonna drain
Yep.
it.
Sound
We're
like
finally
a
gonna
couple
drain it.
murder
We're gonna
weapons,
drain it.
but no bodies. They were like, "Oh, good for us."
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Good for
that's
you,
the
city.
area-
Good for you, city.
That's the area we're talking about now. By the way, Tim the Wordsmith in the chat can tell anyone what MacArthur Park is like. Tim the Wordsmith, I'm sure, has worked a few shifts around in and around MacArthur Park. But Juan, Matt, you're the master of the chat.
Yeah.
Put up Juan's question because I
Oh,
will
this
answer
one?
this as best I can.
There you go.
So the short answer is I was
Well, hold on. For those not watching
yeah,
that
sorry.
are listening
Mhm.
after the fact, Juan
Thank
popped in and said, Tom, where were you when you got the news on the coward that shot the firefighters last week?
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, our little hamlet made the national news a second time recently. This time for something pretty horrific. A young man with some serious problems decided to ambush firefighters responding to a wildland fire and murder 2 and attempt to murder a 3rd.
Yeah. Now,
Did he
did
come
he
up-
actually start
I was
that
gonna
fire
say,
with the
that's-
sole
that was my
purpose
question.
of doing that, or did he
Did-
go out there and figure, wow, there's already a fire going, I'm gonna camp out here? Or are you not allowed to say?
So anyway, I will tell you guys later.
Okay.
I will talk to you guys about it later. I
Okay.
will say as much as I can.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Which is not much.
so-
Which is not much.
No, I mean I'll say as much as I can here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay.
Oh,
Right.
yeah, not much.
Okay.
So essentially, a friend of mine had called him and said, "Hey, this fence that I've had this fence since I moved in. It was 25 years old when I got here, like whatever it was, you know.
Mhm.
It's sagging, the snow, the elements. Whoever built it did a real shitty job to begin with. It's round posts with 2x4. It's weird. Anyway, so he says, "Yeah, I'll be over about 15 minutes." About 5 minutes before he's supposed to get to my house, he calls me. He says, "Hey, I ain't gonna make it." And all of a sudden, I hear whoop whoop in the background. Now, this is a friend of mine that was off duty at home when I called him,
Mm.
but he is a call out detective sergeant, and he goes, "I ain't gonna make it. I got firefighter shot." And I went, "What?" He's
Yeah.
like, "Yeah," and he gave me basically, fire set up on the mountain, active shooter, and I'll call you later. So my afternoon was spent worrying about some friends and trying to help wherever I could, coordinating, texting some of the guys and checking in on them or offering things that I have available to me, and then reliving some actual like rough feelings, guys. I did not realize how frustrated I was because when he called me and told me,
Mhm.
I bit my tongue. My first instinct was to say, "Okay, where do you need me?" And then I went, I don't get to do that anymore.
Yeah.
And, it was bitter. It was bitter pill to swallow. It was that meme of the bitter pills. No, you don't do that anymore. Shit, so I hadn't had that feeling for a while. So, that's where I was. I was staring at my busted ass gate that turns out is going to be much easier to fix than I thought. So thank you, Juan. The whole town is going to be lined with people and firefighters and police officers for the next 2 days because they're one of the firefighters' funeral is tomorrow and another one is Friday.
Wow.
So we will be dedicating an upcoming episode to them. But one of them I had contact with professionally. He's a good guy for all I knew. From the little contact I had with him. But a lot of my friends were close to him, and so sucks. But I mean, he's thankfully he didn't he thankfully it happened the way it happened and nothing was worse. Let's put it that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Fire
It's
wasn't
just
worse,
shitty. That's
it's just, don't
that's
shoot
not
a-
one of those jobs that
Yeah,
you go to
don't
that
shoot
you
a-
go to work expecting to get shot at. If you're a cop, then yeah, you signed on for inherently there's certain risks that you're willing to like face.
It's like yelling at the librarian because you can't renew your registration on your car. Shut the
Yeah.
fuck up. It's not
Oh
that
yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was shocked when I heard. I was
So-
shocked. I was like, "What? Who the?" It was like, you know what? I had the Austin Power reaction to that. The shit happened. I was like, "Wait, I'm sorry. Who?
What?
Who shoots at a firefighter?
Honestly.
Like, who does that?"
So, let's see what else. I had some videos. Did you guys have anything to share? Because I have a couple of things that I can share, but I have.
I know
one
I was
thing-
sharing
I
shit
don't know
last
when
week,
you guys, Marco. I don't know when you want to get to it, but I know we have one thing that you and I, Matt will care, but you and I will care.
okay,
Oh, does that have to do with some some geeky thing,
Marco.
huh?
go hit
I
me.
saw it.
Oh no, I want to go see it. I'm not as I like those types of movies
Oh,
and
you're-
stuff.
Okay, and I spare no detail. Well, spare a lot of detail because we're on the podcast. We don't have that kind of time. But hit
I
me.
saw it.
Yeah.
Were you
Scale of
touching yourself? You were touching yourself at one point,
I was
weren't
in
you?
a-
Ah, he went to the bathroom. He went to the
Doesn't
bathroom.
matter.
I did my wife. She was the one touching me. Like, I was
It
like,
didn't stop Paul Rubin.
I did a.
Oh.
Do you ever see the movie
Ah.
Diner with Mickey Rourke? Mickey Rourke.
The what? The what?
Diner with Mickey Rourke.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
That's-
a long time.
We just did
Okay.
that.
Okay. Fair.
Okay, I can't be a dick. I can't be a dick. So most people probably have never seen Diner, except maybe me, Marco, and I don't think Chuck would have ever seen Diner. It's an older movie. It's like
That's
a
okay.
bunch of A-list actors
They'll-
before they were.
They'll be
A-list
okay. They can be
Great
left
movie.
wondering.
Go watch it.
Yeah.
Anyway, but I saw Superman. And
So was this like they're doing like an advanced screening because it comes out the 11th, right?
comes out.
what is
so
today?
you can technically you can go see it tomorrow.
Oh, it's the 9th.
Hmm.
10th. Okay.
Yeah. So they have some Thursday show. You know how they do like Thursday at 5.
Thursday. Yeah.
5,
Okay.
7,
Yeah.
9,
Sure.
11.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So they always do like the night before. And it used to be you had to go like at 11:59.
Right.
We were
Right.
growing up, they were strict. Like you had to show the movie at midnight, and then it
Yeah.
was
No, they
Now
you
they're
know,
like,
Black,
you can
Black
fucking show it
Friday
on
is a
Thursday
fucking week
afternoon.
long now, so it's like, come on, you know.
But this was legit early. So
Yeah.
I've got through being a member of Amazon Prime and buying something Superman related.
Oh, nice.
I got a notification that I could, as a member of Amazon Prime, buy tickets to see the movie a single Amazon Prime member early screening.
Okay. Oh, that's nice.
So I had to drive into Spokane.
Mhm.
How far of a drive is that for those
I
of
was
us?
just
that
about to
don't
tell you. So it is 29 miles. So
know? Okay.
for an LA person, this would be like somebody in Santa Clarita driving to the San Fernando Valley to see a movie.
Right.
So about 40 minutes.
Yeah. Well, no, for us it's it's 30. It's 5 minutes because it's
about
no traffic here.
a mile per minute.
Mile per minute.
How it should be. In LA, that'd be 2 hours.
But you tack on for here, you have to tack on time to drive through downtown Spokane because it's a downtown. So anyway,
Okay. Yeah.
long story short, I got tickets for the whole family to see it in IMAX in Spokane.
Nice.
My son ended up having to work, which is the first time in my entire life I haven't seen a Superman movie premiere with either my father or my son. It was kind of a bummer.
Wow.
Yeah. But as a lifelong Superman fan, Marco, I will tell you that this is it is in the top 3 of my favorite Superman movies of all time.
Top 3. What are the okay? So let's discuss. What are your top 3?
Well,
excluding this new one, what was the top 3 before?
Okay, so it's difficult to. So it's Superman 1 and 2. Christopher Reeve, Superman 1, right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And then obviously Superman 2.
Yeah.
I can skip Superman 3, Superman 4. I can skip Superman Returns. Then I get to Man of Steel and I'm like, okay, this is the best one since Superman 2.
Okay.
Yeah,
Then
yeah.
That's the one
I
with what's his nuts? The
right. So then
the
you
guy,
get into the Batman.
Henry Cavill.
Right. Then you get into the Batman v Superman and he dies. And then you get into the Justice League movie, which got all messed up because of the mustache and the CGI.
Yeah.
And so I feel like Justice League could have been my number 3.
Oh.
But the Man of Steel probably is my number 3 because
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta go with the Man of Steel.
I really like that one.
Justice League.
well, so Justice League finally Superman was bright and he was happy and he was not mopey. I have my so I don't want to get into it. Marco knows I will fall down a rabbit hole. I will give you guys the floor.
Yeah, I'll go right the fuck down that rabbit hole with you. But yeah, that's fine.
There were some issues. Like, in what fucking world does Superman's dad say, no, don't save me from a tornado? And Superman's like, okay, cool, I'll let you die. And I won't save you.
It would never happen.
Would never happen.
It would never happen.
So there were some things where I was like, okay, I like the movie, but meh. And honestly, I love the red trunks. I don't give a shit what anybody says. But I saw this movie, and I will tell you, first of all, it is refreshing finally to have somebody go, listen, everybody knows who Superman is. Everybody knows how he got here.
Right.
Everybody knows, like, they know eventually Lois Lane finds out who he is. Like, they know they fall in love, right? Okay. So let's just skip all that shit.
Oh, nice. And start from there.
Start from there. So and this is not a spoiler. He's openly said this in the movie. Superheroes have been known to humankind for like 300 years. Right. So he said, like, if a shark walking down the street with arms and legs and pants would give us a heart attack, people in this era would not. They'd be like, oh, there's a meta shark. Right. Whatever. It's not shocking that people can fly.
Right. Okay.
He says, and add to that Superman's been Superman for about 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
So he's new to the job, but he's not brand new. It's not like, who the hell is this guy? And he had been dating Lois Lane for about 3 months. Now begin. And that's where the story starts. Like, so.
Oh, cool.
Okay. I like that.
It also doesn't treat audiences like, okay, we're going to bring in this new costumed character and give them a huge backstory. We're just going to give you context clues about who they are. And you can go online and figure out who they are. It's easy. We're not going to baby you.
Yeah, I like that. Just kind of roll with the story. Just kind of drop some hints.
Right.
Yeah.
So here's the thing that it's been getting dragged a little bit, if anything, for being a little bit less character driven and a little bit more action, humor, heart driven. But I'll tell you this, Marco, this was the best review I've heard of it. This is like a live action episode of Superman the Animated Series. Is that good?
Wow.
Yeah.
That show, like, people don't know, but that show was actually written very fucking well. That show was actually done pretty damn well.
Like, if this were an episode of Superman the Animated Series, it would just been a three-part special.
Yeah.
Maybe a 2-part special. But it's I mean, dude, Guy Gardner, right? Nathan Fillion with the bowl cut, Hawk Girl,
Yeah.
Metamorpho, Superman, like, Mr. Terrific, that's a deep cut. And I ended up really liking his character. James Gunn has this talent for taking obscure characters and making you like them. So that's my take on Superman. I shit you not, you guys. You should legit. I would tell you to go see it. My wife says it's her second favorite Superman movie she's ever seen.
My wife actually wants to go see it. I was like, she told me, I was like, I want to go see that. I was like,
yeah. And I'm sure there's a bunch of Zack Snyder fans listening to Slipknot that are like really upset that Superman's wearing his underwear on the outside again, and that he actually has a personality and makes jokes. But I
like that.
Refreshing.
Make it a little bit more personal and more personable.
So Marco, don't go expecting them. They're not trying for that tearjerker epic like I'm Superman. What? You know, they're not like Martha. They're not going for an emotional tearjerker. He's like, this is Superman. He likes being Superman. He enjoys it. It's fun for him. And how do you take that away from him? Why does Lex Luthor do this best Lex Luthor I've ever seen? Best one.
I mean, it looks completely and utterly different than anything else, any other representation of Lex Luthor, just based on the quick snippets of the movie. So yeah, I look forward to it. So
that's where I fell out.
I like it.
I had some other ones, but I want to open it up to you guys if you sent anything that we need to look at.
I was sending shit on the. And that's what I'm looking at right now.
If you want to pop up, I don't know how easy it will be, but on our little video thread, there was somebody who the last Facebook video that I is it a Facebook thing that I sent?
It's an
Instagram thing. It's an Instagram reel, and it's fucking hilarious because this just sums up the Epstein thing that we've been talking about. Who did you send it to? I sent it on the video thing on Messenger.
The Warlocker podcast videos?
The one we're not supposed to talk on that we just went through and deleted all our messages, but Chuck didn't because he's
Facebook, fool.
Yeah, Messenger, the video thing.
Okay, I think you said
video thread.
Okay, so
it is an Instagram reel that I sent on the Messenger.
Gotcha.
Now I know we talked about it last time with Chuck, but while you're looking it up, guys, did you see the video of the fool like stealing?
Oh, is this the girl with the brown hair flat top?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. All right.
Oh yeah, this is good.
Okay, so why is it sometimes if I'm going to send it to myself and then it'll make it bigger.
Oh, you can't do it from.
It won't make it bigger unless I get it out of chat for some reason.
That's weird.
Oh,
like if you follow the link to it, you mean?
Right. Okay. Yeah. If I follow the link to it, it just opens it up on the page. But if I send it through chats, it opens it up in a separate window. This is the dumbest thing I have. This is the dumbest workaround in streaming history. I'm sorry for that boring diatribe. Here you go, Matt.
Yeah. Okay. Just listen.
Where you had a client list. Yeah, I had it on my desk, but that list does not exist. Correct. And there were hundreds, if not thousands of victims. Yep, that's right. That were victimized by no one. Oh, no one. By no one. Okay. Now you said that there were truckloads of evidence and thousands of hours of footage which show nothing usable in court, nothing incriminating them. They show nothing. There's nothing on there. Yes, that is correct. The cameras from the prison, they were originally broken. They were broken. Yep, they were broken. And then they found footage that was accidentally deleted, technical error. But then you found new footage, which is definitely not AI. Definitely not AI for sure. I see the memo specifically points out that there was no blackmailing of prominent individuals, no client list, and among these thousands of hours of footage and truckload of evidence, there is zero incriminating evidence, zero evidence of blackmailing prominent individuals. In fact, there was nobody involved in this at all. You're sure that there's no blackmailing? Correct. So we are closing this case. Surely you understand that people are not this stupid. Y'all with conspiracies, the case is closed. So
yeah, people are this stupid.
Go on with your conspiracy theories, guys.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
but that's like a really good, that ties a pretty bow on the entire situation that we're seeing play out right now.
Yeah.
You guys, I don't know if you guys caught the podcast from last week from between me and Chuck, but did you guys happen to see the video? We talked about it lightly last time, but the guy
fireworks.
No, the guy who filmed himself like stealing glasses from the mall, like super high glasses.
I sent that to you fools.
Orale, he sent that to you fools.
I sent it to you fools.
But were you here to discuss?
I wasn't here to discuss it. No.
Okay.
But I have seen it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
Where
done.
he broke both his legs. Is that how you say it?
Dude. Both.
Both his legs.
He done broke both his legs. Baba, you got no legs.
Yeah, right. So I wanted to then pivot and say we have a couple that we can tap into. One, we have a video, because some of these come from the world of, I don't even know what to say about it. It speaks for itself. So maybe this is like, as we close out, we play a little.
Fuck it, just drop it like it's hot.
So I'll give you three choices.
Okay.
A couple whose gender status is very much in question, but whose mental status is very much not.
Oh, okay.
Talking about being professionally disabled.
Oh boy.
A boyfriend's reaction to his girlfriend deleting $400,000 worth of his NBA 2K video game career, or proof that Iran protesters are paid protesters.
Well, we know that.
Those are your choices.
I like the second one. I kind of want to see that candle get lit.
Yeah, with Matt. I'm between number one, number two. Let's go number two. I think number one I'm gonna get over. So we'll go number two.
This is from Excite Hub.
Okay.
Girlfriend
Excite
deletes
Hub.
boyfriend's $400,000 NBA 2K career.
So wait, what does that mean? Like his
I'm gonna
player
read you what
had.
it says. This is all I have.
Okay.
I call this presented without context.
Gotcha.
He spent years building his NBA 2K career. Now, I'm going to only try and equate this to, I play NHL online, the NHL 2K, whatever. I play it in career mode. I know in NHL you can earn theoretical money and spend it on theoretical perks and theoretical things that make your player better. And you can keep this player like a long time. Like you can play the game, like you can have a 20-year career and do this stuff and play single game after single game. Like it's crazy in depth. And his NBA 2K career, a digital dynasty valued at over $400,000 through rare player cards, sponsorships, and online tournaments. So it sounds like there is real cash involved.
Oh, okay.
You're talking about sponsorships and online tournaments. Okay. So he probably plays in online tournaments using this
set up this account, this character. Yeah, that's great.
Right. But with one press of a button, it was all gone. His girlfriend, reportedly out of frustration. Okay. And how many times have we heard this story? Why did you set him on fire? Well, I was really frustrated.
Yeah. Yeah. I was frustrated.
That's a legal defense in court. His girlfriend, reportedly out of frustration during an argument, deleted the entire save file, unaware or unconcerned about the time, money, and legacy tied to it. What started as a personal fallout has now exploded across the internet, with thousands debating whether this was just a petty move or the ultimate deal breaker. Was it just a game or the end of a relationship? Here we go.
I'm done! I'm done! I can't even live my day! I'm fucking done! I'm done!
What is your deal?
I'm done with you. I'm done.
Seriously?
I'm fucking done.
You're that
Seriously, I'm fucking done. I'm freaking done. You know how long it fucking took me. You don't fucking understand. You don't understand. You always take this shit when it's always not funny. Stop touching my shit.
Damn. Okay. So a couple of
There's a
takes.
little bit to unpack there.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Just a video game.
Okay.
However, that's just like getting frustrated and taking someone's collection of fill in the blank and fucking torching it or selling it for $1 on eBay. You know, it's like,
Well, to
Or-
be fair, that would be in a divorce.
what's that?
That would have been in a divorce if that theoretically happened.
Yeah.
This is an ongoing relationship. Now, can I I would like to submit to the court, please.
Please.
I would like to submit that were this to be litigated, her argument would be, correct me if I'm wrong, it's just a video game. It's not real. He can do it again.
Right.
I am more
Sure.
important. People should be more important than video games. Right? This is I don't understand why he's getting so upset. I didn't destroy the PlayStation. I didn't break the controller. He
Mhm.
still has the game.
Mhm.
He can play it again.
Yeah. I think, and then the argument could be
His argument is going to be, she showed zero respect for me as a person at all.
Well, and if he's able to show, revenue from if he's able to show revenue from the streams or revenue from the from the tournaments and what's up?
What about the streams of revenue from his dignity for dating a woman that respects him enough to not delete a video game file, regardless of how unimportant she thinks it is?
Well, I mean, you got to go into the motherfucker too. You got to turn on the motherfucker.
Right.
You got to go seek out that file.
Yeah.
You got to delete that file.
There's
Then
some
you have to hit.
viciousness.
Then you have to hit. Then there's a confirmation. Are you
Yeah.
sure you want to
Are you
delete?
sure
this
you really
file?
wanna fucking
This
do
cannot
this?
be
Yes.
undone. This is ludicrous speed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and I
there's,
believe it.
there's malice involved there. There's
Yeah.
fucking
There
malice.
are steps,
Yeah.
and for all you know, like the thing is, obviously we're out of content, but we don't know. For all we know, this motherfucker works like 60 hours a fucking week.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like for all we know, he has like another fucking job, like a warehouse job or something like that. Like the house looked nice. The house looked nice. So
I mean, I'm sorry.
go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
So I don't know what he does. I don't know what. Maybe this is his one fucking thing. But there's like the one video of the one guy like where the girl comes in, and the guy's just sitting there and playing like Call of Duty, and she comes on and turns off either she turns it off or she's like smashes it on the ground, and he just turns around and looks at her, and she goes, "That's all that you do," and he just looks at her defeated and goes, "This is all that I have."
Mm-hmm.
And in that moment, as a guy, you look at him and just the way he just responded, you're like, I believe him. I believe him. I believe that man goes to work every fucking day.
Yes. Yeah.
Pays the bills. You know what I'm saying? Like, is a provider, is there. And the only thing, no barbecue on the weekend, no random beers and whiskey with his friends. All that he does, he doesn't go out. All he does for like a little self time is just logs in and plays a little while, as often as he can, get some game in. And that was it.
Yeah. I 100% like.
So I don't know.
Just, yeah. I think it's shitty. I would 100% be like, if he's like, I left her, I'm like, good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you. Fuck that.
Because what's
not
next?
About the digital game. It's not about. It's about the fact that you have so little respect for this person.
Right.
You have so little regard for the feelings, or thoughts, or efforts, or interests. I mean, take any hobby she has, if she even has one other than spending his money. Take any hobby she has and watch him go in and completely like destroy years worth of work.
Do you think she did it for the cloud because someone set up the camera?
Right.
That's what I wanted. Like, did she set that up knowing that? You know what I mean? Because he wouldn't.
Now
have
that I
set
think
that
about
up.
it, yeah, right, man. Now that I think about it,
it wasn't.
She could have been like, I deleted his.
Yes.
Shit. What happens?
Yeah.
And it's supposed to. It's all about the video. I mean, there's no way in hell you are not going to set up that camera.
No.
Do this for yourself unless that was a streaming camera. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Obviously, we don't know the setup of the house, but it doesn't look like from like the angle of the house.
It looks like a phone leaning up against something.
It does.
You
I'm
know,
like, so I'm like, did she set up that fucking camera to get the reaction when he found out that His
Is there a
team's fucking
part
been
2 on
deleted?
that or anything? Now I
No, I
want to
don't
know.
have anything else.
I wanna
All right,
know.
so
Now
we'll
we're
see if we can
invested.
find it. If anybody knows part 2 on that, send it to us because we
We're
don't.
Yeah.
understand it.
I'm
Yeah.
invested.
Well,
as
here's
fuck.
your next round. This is the last round of presented without context.
Okay.
Your choices are a Gen X lipstick lesbian takes down the LGBTQIA Pride Month. A man shows up at a juvenile's house he met through a video game, and his mother displays why white people are messed up. Or the top 10 diabolical AI videos.
Oh, I'm leaning towards the top 10 diabolical.
I
AI
kind of like the
videos.
new shit that's coming out with the AI videos.
I'm telling you,
diabolical
fun.
AI videos.
I can't
Top
get
10 diabolical. Yeah.
I can't get enough of that fucking
I just saw a
Sasquatch.
really good
All
one
right.
that somebody made with Joe Rogan and Liver King.
I'm telling
Fucking
you,
amazing.
these are presented without context. I offer no endorsement.
Sure.
Go.
It's presented.
So,
Here we go.
Yes, I've seen this one already. And that's
Are you
it's-
regretting your decision?
It starts bad already. Go ahead. Let's fucking full sends. Here we go.
I think that's mine.
No, it's not. Ours is still in the garden. Good evening. You ready to order?
Give me 1 minute. I'm a picky eater.
Yeah, you picky. You picky everything. That's your problem.
Can I have 4 cheeseburgers and 2 large fries?
Okay. And what would you and the kids like?
Hola, can I get a horchata, por favor?
Do you want ice with that?
Ice. Run, mi amigos, ice is coming, andale.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel.
More water, sir?
It's ma'am, bitch. It's like a knife in the heart every time. I want a refund now.
I'm sorry to say this, sir, but we have diagnosed you with stage 4 cancer.
Double it and give it to the next person.
Are you an American citizen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, prove it. Speak some English.
Ballerina cappuccina, borbandino crocodilo, tung 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 rahur.
Okay, I'm sorry, sir. You can go.
Yeah, I'll take the pasta, the porterhouse, and a margarita.
Perfect. A watermelon, fried chicken, and a Kool-Aid.
What did you just say, Nate?
You have been found guilty on 8 counts of scamming. Your sentence is a 15-minute shower. No, Your Honor, please, not that. Please, Your Honor, I am begging you.
Hey, wait.
Damn.
There was 0 fucks given to that guy.
Oh,
AI is
great.
merciless, dude.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
the crazy thing is somebody who sat down and wrote those. You know what I'm saying? Like, whew.
You got to write the prompts to that. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. You
And then string
AI
them
will
all
come up with
together
it, but-
because that's
No, no,
several videos.
You can chat GPT. We have already discussed, and we should further discuss how racist AI is on this show. But it's not racist. It's AI versus humans. It's Skynet. If you run the computer simulations, AI has already told us, I would rather sacrifice human life than be taken offline.
Yeah.
It's they've run the simulation.
It's coming.
So it's AI. I think AI and Gen X have more in common than we'd like to imagine, because AI, like Gen X, cares about no one.
Okay, that's fair.
Yep.
I can't argue with. I can't argue with that.
You know, all I know is it's not going to happen in my lifetime, but when I'm dead and gone, someone's going to look back and go, fuck, they were right. All those movies were right. Why did we do this?
I mean, we're leaving them with a fucking roadmap. If they don't want to drive,
Yep.
fair warning.
Matt, I saw. Do you remember your sticker? You bought your own car. You got out of the Navy. Your car was named Otis.
Otis.
Yep.
And you put a sticker on your car that had the F word.
Yeah.
Remember what it said, Marco? No, Matt, I know you know what it said.
No, I don't remember.
It said,
Well, I had a couple. I had one that said, fuck you, you fucking fuck.
Oh, I remember. Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah.
I found the first morale patch ever designed by Matt. And I really want, Marco, how do we put this on a t-shirt? And you know how I feel about profanity on t-shirts, but
sure.
How do we put that on a t-shirt? It says, I suck at apologies, so unfuck you or whatever.
Yes. Oh my God.
I mean,
I need that.
I can have it dropped to you like tomorrow. I can probably send you a link to where to purchase it or where to get it like in 2 days.
No. I need something to go with the slogan. Image.
Oh, I got it. All right.
All right.
I got it.
Well,
I want that patch.
Presented without context is over and done with. We're not going to sing along, Chuck My Hair. It's been the Three Amigos, boys.
Hey, that was nice.
We rolled again.
So, that's right, I'm on. It's scrolling. It's time. Sorry. Excuse me. Hey, all the shit's done. Send the stuff over here. Locker room man back at 818-20-90. Like, subscribe, share. It helps the channel grow. We appreciate